Hey, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey, here for a Power Book 2 Ghost Season 3 review. This review is for episode 9, you guys. A last gift, okay? You guys already know by now that both episode 9 and 10 were leaked like a week and a half ago. So, I personally decided to wait to watch it until this Friday. So you guys are getting a normal Sunday review, you guys. Normal Sunday review. Oh. Listen, I'm this close. I'm this close to giving up this franchise. I don't know what's next. One more episode 10 of Power Book 2. I don't know if Force is next or Raising Kanan is next. I really, really hope it's Raising Kanan, because if it's Force, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to continue on with this franchise. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just, y'all tell me if y'all understand how I feel. You guys are still gonna continue to watch this franchise? Like, are you guys still holding on to it? Because it is magical. Listen, before we get into this episode really good, I want to thank every one of you who have been rocking with me since day one, since Underground with me. You guys know how I do. Straight no chaser, okay? I don't mince words. If you are new to my channel, you love my style of reviewing, please feel free to hit that subscription button. Everybody knows how to say, hey, Miss Honey. That's by hitting that thumbs up button, okay? And of course, comment down below, right? I don't want any spoilers for episode 10. If you've seen it and you know, that's great. But please, no spoilers for episode 10 down below. You guys know how to conduct yourselves down below, so it goes without saying. Let's get into this episode, child. Ooh. Okay, so this episode is called A Last Gift. And the show really opens with Tariq and Kane, and they're both headed down to Davis's office. Now, you know, Davis's office, it must be a Saturday morning because there's nobody in the office. The office is completely empty, right? It could be, 3 a.m., but it's too much daylight outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know why ain't nobody in this office. You know, even if it's a Saturday, Davis, your office ain't locked. They got key codes, they got fobs. What they got? A key card? What are they buzzing themselves in? You ain't got no security down below. Don't nobody have to be buzzed. Okay, it's whatever. Tariq went down there so he can look through Sack's office and find out where his mama is. Now, everybody know where his mama is. Everybody know where his mama is. Tariq down there so he can find some clues that Sax may have left to where his mama is, right? Because this white man is the linchpin, right? He's holding all the clues and the keys and the linchpin and everything, right? I got to go down here and see where my mama is, even though I know the people that done put my mama up in Witsec. I know them peoples, okay? I know them peoples. I ain't gonna call them. I'm just gonna go down here and rummage through this man's office. It's fine. Davis on his way down. Kane on his way down to Davis's office because he been calling after Davis to let him know that everybody, Jason Bourne, James Bond, the people from Mission Impossible, the Rico sisters, you know what I'm saying, Lobo's crew, the Ukrainians, everybody after Tariq, and they done hemmed up Effie down there. I need you to go down there and see about where Effie is and see if you can't get Effie out of jail. This is why he going down there, because he done called after Davis and Davis ain't been answering the phone. Okay, when they see each other, it's the regular. They both pull their penises out and throw them on the table. What are you doing here? No, what are you doing here? Okay, and then they go after each other's manhood. You know what I'm saying? Kane hit a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? When he brought up Effie. You know Effie is the one that Tariq not supposed to care about. But as soon as he bring up Effie being thirsty after drinking at the well of Tariq, Tariq haul off and go to hit Kane. Okay, and Kane commits to Molly whopping his arse. Okay, I'm talking about Molly whopping, slung him all up and through. You know what I'm saying? All up and through. Made a fool of him. Huh? And just as he done pulled up something heavy off the desk and it got it over his head and finna brain Tariq. Davis walk in like, ho, ho, ho. You know, aren't you boys supposed to be in school? Okay, I told y'all about rough housing. All right. And Kane let him know, I need you to go down there and see about Effie. And Davis is like, oh, okay, I'll take care of that. What else is he gonna say? He walked in on you about to brain Tariq. He is not finna come out of his mouth crazy at you. Now, he might be an idiot, but he ain't that dumb. He sent Kane on his way. Huh? Then him and Tariq get to talking, and he waxes poetical about Theo and how he just all broken up about Theo, but he talked to the police and they cleared him and make sure they both name is not on anywhere on what went on with Theo and Sax. You want a drink? You know what I'm saying? Like you composed. You composed like a mother dugger, okay? And Tariq tell you he wasn't able to find out a whole bunch of stuff, but he did find a copy of a paper that looked like it was a part of a police report or something. And Davis is like, wait a minute. And he goes to the secret cubby hole that everybody has the combination and the code to and know where he keep the key at. And he gets the file out, you know what I'm saying? Still out here in the open, in an office. They don't even have a security guard at the front door. You don't even have to have a key card to get buzzed in. You can just walk right in off the street and everything. He got it right here. He got it right here. Okay, next to all his money, his life savings, all of his account numbers, and a gun. Does it look like this, Tariq? And Tariq was like, yeah, that's it. That's it. Plus, you also got the paper in your bag you can show him. Here, oh, I kept this. I saved this in case I needed it to keep Monet's murdering arse off of me. And Tariq said, listen, let me have this. Let me see what I can do with this. Let me see what schemes I can come up with this. See, because Tariq is the master of scheming. Now his daddy would scale a building, child, and slip out in the back. Okay, his daddy would go for a run and kill up all his enemies, okay, and do some spy work, you know what I'm saying, and actually give us some action, some physicality, some actual acting work. All Tariq does is schemes. He walks into scenes, he sits in scenes, and he cooks up schemes, right? You don't see any actual activity, all right? So he takes it and puts it in his bag, and David said, well, yeah, I'm gonna go down here and see about Effie. And Tariq is like, who? What? You say who? You see about who? Effie, Effie, the one you was, Effie, don't you? Yeah, have at it. Carry on. Listen, we see Effie, all she wants is an attorney. If you ain't an attorney, she don't want to talk to you. Smart girl. So she sent Blanca and Jenny on their way. At the same time, Blanca and Jenny head down to the Rico honeycomb hideout, child. They find out that Sax is dead. Okay, and Jenny goes down to the morgue, and they cue up a sad song. Now, you know, when Monet found out about Lolo, she's just now, she did know about Lolo ahead of time, right, and facilitated the whole unaliving of Lolo, but they show her as, you know, that's him. Jenny, who had just as much love and affection for Sax as or less as Monet did for Lolo, child, much less. She's sliding down the wall in this 15-second montage of you spent the last 7 episodes shunning him, dismissing him, casting him down and out, using him. Okay. I mean, sad music and everything. Kane is on the Molly Wapalooza, baby. He rolls up on Braid, baby, and Braid. Why are people so stupid? Now you see this black man racing towards you in his large SUV, and you like Kane, and you just standing there. Okay, you waiting till the last possible minute to step out of the way, right? It doesn't even matter. He step out of the way, Kane open the door and knock him 10 feet off the ground. He on the ground just and he tells him about Effie. Why didn't you tell me that she wasn't dead? Lauren wasn't dead, and all these these many things. Same thing he asked Tariq. You knew she was alive, and Tariq played it dumb. As soon as he asked Braden was like, listen, it really was Effie and Tariq. Like, I'm really not to blame. And he said, you know what? You need to fix this. You need to fix this, and you need to make this right. Okay, and Braden is like, okay, maybe I should go to the hospital first. Now, I thought he was kidding. I was like, boy, that was just a little light tumble. Okay, that was a little light tumble. You know, we see where Diana and Monet. Diana come in the room as Monet is getting a letter from Sachs. Now, Sachs done sat down at the jailhouse after he found out that everything was a bust, right? He down there at the DA's office in the jailhouse. Now, none of this is his office. He worked down there with Davis's office now. And even though Davis's office is easy access and anybody can move around down there at Davis's office, you supposed to be in a law enforcement building. But you able to get envelopes and stamps and get meters and stuff to read and weigh your envelopes and things. You able to address 10 to 12 envelopes. Address 10 to 12 envelopes, child. Handwritten. And put them in the mail, baby. Okay, before you leave and go get kidnapped by Theo. Okay. All right. This is voila. Magic. Okay. And Saxon sent her a letter and tell her that Tariq is responsible for everything. Tariq is why the feds is on him. Tariq is a narc. Tariq. Okay. We see where Monet don't believe it, but Diana is like, shoot, it could be true though. It could be true. Now, I know I just had his penis in all of my orifices, but he could be a narc. You know what I'm saying? He could be the ops. Okay. Monet sends her to find out. We see where Tariq goes to see Braden in the hospital. This soft cake eating jelly back. Well, I mean, they had at least they was able to use the hospital room. They've been able to really use the hospital setup, you know, effectively in this show. Braden's supposed to be in the hospital. I was so glad when Tariq told him to get up and stop playing around. But if you don't get up out of here and stop taking naps, we got work to do. They talk about the fact that Tariq knew about Lauren and how all of the paper thin schemes that they've set up that have failed, and Braden, he needs to keep the Western holdings in check and his uncle in check to make sure that Tariq get his money back and RSJ get his money back, and all of these things. Everybody's coming to this realization, even the Rico sisters, because they realize Sachs is gone. They got to get Effie. They got to get Effie to talk. Okay, they got to put the squeeze on Effie and get Effie to talk, because they ain't got Sachs. Y'all never had Sachs. Sachs is about as credible as my pinky toe. Okay, my pinky toe probably got more credibility. All right, so listen. Monet then gets a visit from Evelyn. She looking for Drew. Is Drew here? Drew is not here. Okay. Monet don't have none of that sad mother love that she had when she went in there trying to talk Evelyn into killing Lolo. Right? On her behalf, on her behest. Like I said, schemes. It ain't nothing but schemes. Schemes. Lots and lots of schemes. Right? So that scheme didn't work. And now she don't have no emotion, no motherly emotion or camaraderie with Evelyn at all. What do you need with Drew, Evelyn? You know, and she said, oh, you've seen the viral video, I'm sure. And Monet is like, I'm sorry, when you say video, can you spell that for me, please? Can you use it in a sentence? Okay. Evelyn say, cut the crap, itch. Stop lying, itch. Another one of my favorite moments. Monet is like, excuse me. Evelyn tries to appeal to her motherly side, and my son could be out there needing me. You have to understand that as a mother. You know what I'm saying? And Monet looking at her like a curious puppy. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. When you say caring mother, what are we referring to? Huh? Because I think you have to have emotions for that. Okay? They go back and forth, and Evelyn says out loud, I gave you a pass for my husband, but my son, Gorgonzola, that's going too far. And she goes on to tell her, I can't give you a pass for that. And Monet sound a pass, Grace. That sounds like a threat. As soon as she say that, Kane is standing behind Evelyn at the door, and he say, Evelyn, disrespectful. You supposed to say Miss Evelyn. You disrespectful. See, you wasn't raised right, huh? You don't have no home training. That's your problem, huh? That's one of your problems, Kane. Evelyn. Child, Evelyn gathered her things and left. She was like, it stinks in here. She saunters out, child. She outacted, the actress who plays Evelyn outacted Monet in this scene, outacted Mary J. Blige hard in this scene. And she really did it all season long. All of the Castillos, all of them. They better Tejadas than the Tejadas are. Okay. All right, then here come Drew from out back, child. He mean mugging and looking. If you don't get your cake eating, I'm gonna say something real mean, but I ain't gonna say it. Listen. He said it's my fault. Monet said they ain't gonna stop looking for you. You know that. And he said it's my fault. I'll take care of it. And then after he done told Kay, you Gorgonzola, Gordita, huh? I can't think of Gabapentin. We gonna kill them all. They like our cousins. They like family. He looked right at Kane, load these here many months later, and say we need to take the whole family out. He said 1 mama and 3 sons to go. They must die. Kane was like, no problem. I help you do whatever you need me to do. It's no big deal. I mean, I'm supposed to be focused on Effie, but hey, I got time to help you drop 4 bodies. No problem. Okay. Listen, we see where Monet say, whatever you do, this can't fall back on us. How can it not fall back on y'all? How? Okay. So we see where Tariq go down to Obi's job, child. He need to talk to Obi because they ain't gonna have their money. They ain't not gonna have their money. They got to pull up down there at Western Holdings. They got to rebrand and redo everything. Even though it was all Bitcoin money and all of this here stuff, they not selling like they was selling. They just got to pull up out of there all together because too many people onto that spot. That block is hot, so we're gonna be a little late with our payment. I need you to buy me some time with Noma. And Obi is like, I can't buy you no time. I can't buy you no time, Noma. Noma, my boss. She got something I need. And Tariq said, what you need? Cause I can make dragons appear. I do magic. I am able to do space flight. I don't know if you know, but I also can shoot laser beam for my eyes. I got an S on my chest. You know what I'm saying? I'm impenetrable. Bulletproof. I know everybody in law enforcement. I get grown senators, who have been skilled police officers and skilled politicians. I control all of them. Also I control half of the drug people on the east side. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk this thing out. Call me back. Let's figure this thing out, right? And Obi tells him, listen, I need green cards. I need green cards. Okay? With an S. All right. And that's what Noma's supposed to be getting for me. And I can't piss her off until she get that for me. And Tariq said, no problem. I got you. I want you to put your entire reputation and your life in my hands, in my 19-year-old hands. Okay. That's what I want you to do. And bargain. You know what I'm saying? Speak on my behalf. Obi tell him, say, you think you can do this? He said, yeah, trust me, I got you. Obi said, you got 72 hours. I was like, Obi, you just fell in my eyes. Now you still fine. Huh? You still wearing that suit. Tailor-made, baby. Tailor-made. Okay? But you just fell in my eyes. All right? Listen. Davis go to see Effie. And Effie know he drunk. You know what I'm saying? Effie know he drunk. Effie been around ne'er-do-wells, low down, no good, no account men all her life. She see him coming a mile away. Huh? Effie on something different now. I like this Effie. I like this Effie a lot. And she tell him, look, you can't help me. You helping everybody else. How you gonna help me? And you're drunk to boot. He said, well, it's nothing I can do for you. I can't make you take my service, but ain't nothing I can do for you. She said, yeah, you can get them to get me a phone call so I can call a legit lawyer. And he said, okay, it's the last thing I'm going to do for you. I'll take care of it. No problem. You know what I'm saying? We see down at Weston Holdings. Listen, Tariq goes to see Tate. Okay. And he talked with Tate about the green cards for Obi. He gonna use Tate to get the green cards. Tate tells Tariq, asked Tariq if anything, he heard something illegitimate was going on down. Illegal, same thing, child. Illegal was going on down there at Weston. And Tariq was like, no, it's fine. As far as I know, they straight. They one of the best places to work of 2023. You know what I'm saying? Like, thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? They in Yelp and everything. And Tate is like, look, they trying to bankroll my fund. I got to make sure they straight. And Tariq is like, yeah, no big deal. You can trust them. Like, it's no problem. Of course, Tate is like, if this ninja's mouth is moving, this ninja is lying. Okay. Tate make a phone call. That's what he basically saying. He calling really Harper. Now he go down to meet Harper. Harper and she got a friend. She know a friend who been investigating Weston Holdings all this time. Now he leave from talking with Tariq down at the same spot, the scene. Like I said, they film these scenes, how they do these scenes where he met Braden, Diana met Whitman. Like, it's the same spot. He down there. He walk across the park and meet Harper and this man that's been investigating Weston Holdings all this time. And he gives the thumbs up to investigate Weston Holdings. You know what I'm saying? To look into Weston Holdings. And you thinking to yourself, oh, this going to take at least 2 seasons, right? No. What is it? 10:30 a.m. He gonna have this raid done by lunch. Magic. Voila. Magic. Okay. We go down to Weston Holdings, child, and they being invaded. Being raided. They all the white shirts and the ties gathered in the lobby. Robert Weston, this our second time seeing him this season. Okay, even though this his company, Lucas, Uncle Douchebag been running it into the ground. He ordered everybody upstairs to the conference room. They don't want to talk down there while the feds carrying boxes and boxes of what? Do they have the knock code to the secret place that's up the stairs and around the corner and 2 knocks to the northwest side of the building? Do they have all that information? It don't even matter. It's irrelevant, right? It's irrelevant. So listen, they carrying boxes out. All the white shirts meet and Kiki meeting in the conference room. He want to know what's going on. Who find Lucas? Lucas done snuck out back. Okay, and Braden brother douchebag, he blaming it all on Braden. He blaming Lucas on Braden, and he blaming it all on Kiki. Kiki, you was screwing him. Yeah. Kiki was like, "How dare you?" Oh, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you they was dropping everything at your door? See, really, Kiki, you should have been gone when you found out Braden knew. When you found out that Braden knew, Braden confronted Uncle Lucas. Uncle Lucas was like, poo-poo on you. And then RSJ confronted Lucas. You should have had your things packed then. You should have bought your ticket to Tahiti then. Right at that moment, right? You should have been out. You should have been stacking and saving money all this time. I don't know why you thought yo honeypot was gonna usurp, okay, everything we know about this melanated skin. We're always the fall guy in one shape, form, fashion, or another. Huh? Okay. All right. Should have been gone, but that's fine. Cause now they standing here in your workplace calling you a whore and saying that you put all this together and you know what's going on and you know where Lucas is and woo 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 woo. Of course, Braden takes up for her, and she is just like, oh, how dare you? Whatever Ponzi scheme. Robert is just like, I don't understand how this is all going on. Really? Listen, Jenny gets a stamped letter from Sachs. Now she get a letter too. I told you he sent like 10-12 letters out. She get a letter and he's confessing his love and devotion and having all these conversations and everybody is telling her, let this go. Sachs tells her in the letter to let go and leave this thing alone. And she is like, I'm going to dig in even harder. Listen, her and Blanca roll up on Davis when he leaving out from seeing Effie. And basically, they're blaming him for Sachs's death. And Davis is like, I was cleared. That was my brother. Mind your business. And Jenny goes a little bit too far. And then he tells Jenny, if you want to blame somebody for Sachs, look in the mirror. Okay, and she's crushed. She's crushed. We supposed to... Okay. Jenny cares. Okay, we see where Tariq talk with Braden and he says, do you think RSJ snitched on Westing? And Braden I don't know if Braden asked Tariq or Tariq asked Braden. I'm not sure which one, but they trying to figure out who could have snitched, who could have been the snitch. We see where Tariq tell Braden, you got to kill your uncle, you got to get rid of your uncle, and they go back and forth because Braden say he don't want to be like Tariq. Now I do remember Tariq telling you to get out the game over and over and over again. Now that stuff has gotten real, you know what I'm saying, you got some bona fide blood on your hands, whether by proxy or not. I mean, you still got blood on your hands. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You might not have pulled the trigger, but you got rid of the gun. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, you think you want out. And Tariq is like, first of all, we are in too deep with this. Now, your daddy would have stone cold threatened him. Your daddy would have said, okay. Well, I don't know what, you welcome to get out, but you best take your mama, your daddy, and your sister with you, and your pappy with you. Huh? That's what your daddy would have told him. But it's fine. He bro. Come on, bro. You can't do this, bro. I was like, Listen, we see where Tariq tell Braden to go ahead and man up. You got to kill Uncle Douchebag. Okay. We see where Braden Lucas done called down there to the Rico sisters and told them I heard y'all was looking for me. I was at the country club and they said somebody had said y'all was looking for me, and they was like, yeah, we need you to tell us what you know about this whole Ponzi stuff. He was like, yeah, I was shocked about that whole Ponzi thing. I don't know what's going on with that. He was like, but you know what I'm saying, I'll talk to y'all about it. I'll tell y'all everything I know plus then some, but y'all got to give me immunity. And they was like, immunity? Why would you need immunity? Yeah, it's about a drug deal too. I know about a whole drug cartel. And they was like, well, we're not gonna do all this until you give us at least some hints as to what you know. He was like, check out Crash Coin, and he closes his flip phone down, and you know what I'm saying, and he feel like he got the perfect, he gonna blame it all on everybody else. He hiding out. Okay, he hiding out. All right, so we see where oh, what I tell you, them Rico sisters, baby, they was chomping at the bit. Listen, Kiki is running. She decided now to run. Now, so she at her apartment, going from her dresser, taking a t-shirt and putting it in the bag, and then going to the closet and getting 2 hangers and putting them in the bag, and then going back to the dresser and getting 2 pair of panties and putting it in the bag, and then going back to the closet, you know. And Braden is, you can't leave. You gotta, no. I need your help. Listen, I know you can help. I can fix all this if you help me. He's convinced, since you was bumping my uncle like I was bumping you, then you got to know where my uncle is. I know you know where my uncle is. And turns out Kiki does know. Kiki does know where Uncle Douchebag is. Okay. Let's just keep going. We see where Braden do promise Kiki that he gonna protect her. Kiki, gather your things, darling. Gather your things. Huh? I don't know what you thinking, baby, but you still black. Your hair is beautiful. Your skin is so soft and supple. Okay? So alabaster. Huh? Alabaster. But it ain't good enough, baby. It ain't good enough. Trust me, it ain't good enough. Okay? We see where Kane and Drew, the Castillos down there, they closing up for the night. Everybody in they deli, okay, and they done pull down the metal security gates and stuff, and they counting their cash, and they finna haul out and go on home for the day. Right now, they need to be combing these streets looking for they brother. You know what I'm saying? But you know they still got to run their business. Okay, now I don't know if they just counting the daily cash, because how much could be going on with Tariq and them was y'all connect. I mean, okay. So Drew and Kane done went around there and pumped gas into the building. Okay, and done knocked all the Castillos out, right? They can't, like carbon monoxide or some type of poisonous gas or whatever. They done pumped it into the building and kept them from where they can't get the door up. You know what I'm saying? Real gangster, real gangster. It's a little bit more Born Identity than it is gangster, but still, you know what I'm saying? It was creative. Evelyn is so faint. Oh. And so they put on gas masks and go into the building trying to make sure everybody dead, child. And when they get in there, Evelyn is, she laying, And he said, I'm so sorry. Drew kneeling over, I'm so sorry. They in the building like 2 seconds, right? And they taking the gas mask off because it's safe now, right? It's no big deal. Like, so sorry. I should, I never meant for anything to go this. And she was like, it was your mother. Your mother wanted your daddy dead. Your mother is the one that put your gorgonzola up to it. And he is just like looking. Kane walking into the scene, and he smothers Evelyn out with one hand. He covers her mouth and he covers her nose, and he chokes out, suffocates her. You know what I'm saying? And did y'all see how them gloves was folded up? I'm telling you, he's very tiny handed. He's a very tiny handed man. It's just everything about this character, the way they trying to put him up to be this. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Right? It's just everything is just pointing to the opposite, right? It was clear that he had little tiny hands in these gloves. They was an extra small, but they still swallowed his tiny hands up. Anyway, so he smothers her out and goes on about his way. Now he can't unhear what she has said. None of us can, right? Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you. We see where Diana goes down to see Tariq, and she is just trying to figure out what's going on. Tariq was like, I really don't have time to talk to you about this, and she was like, I need to get away from my mom, and I need you to help me get away from my mom. And he was like, I can't talk right now. Like, I guess I got a lot of schemes in play, and I really gotta go. I just came to get me a couple of juice boxes and snack packs, and then I gotta go back out, and work these schemes. And she was like, you know what, it's fine. And he leaves out, and she leaves out, and she doubles back and goes back into his room and uses a card to get in his room and looks around his drawers to see if she can find out any information. And she lifts up his mattress, and she finds this police report. And this police report is the one that Davis gave him. He just got it under his mattress, on the springs under his mattress, right? Because I guess if a boogeyman broke in, he would get under the bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's childish, it's immature, right? And that's fine. He's 19. Like, what do you expect? I expect him to be a superhero. I expect him to be bulletproof. That's what everybody treats him like. He's a superhero and like he is bulletproof, right? Like he does magic, like he dines with kings and queens. You just see what I'm saying? Like he got his pulse on the finger of everything that everybody needs. He got it under the mattress. So she pulls it out, looks at it, and sees everything that's going on with it. And of course, she's just flabbergasted. She is just flabbergasted. Listen, she go down there and she talked to Drew about it. And she said, Drew, why would Daddy's fingerprints be in Zeke's murder file? And Drew is just he's stuck on what Evelyn said. Now he putting the news, the tidbit, the tea that she giving him, Diana giving him, he putting it together. Maybe Poppy killed Zeke. Why would Poppy kill Zeke? Why would Poppy kill Zeke? And Kane enters the room and kind of co-signs that it was an accident. And Drew was like, I knew it. That's why Poppy put you in charge. And that's why you had something on Poppy. You knew that he had killed Zeke. And he was like, listen, I did know that. I do know that it was an accident. And I did suspect Mommy of killing Poppy. But Monet of killing Lorenzo. Listen. They call Lolo Poppy, but they call Monet. Okay, and I confronted Monet about it. I asked her a couple of questions about it, and she threatened to kill me, and that's why I let it go. So it's all of us against her, basically. Kane just want to see what they gonna do. He know what he gonna do, but he just want to see what they gonna do, right? Okay, so then we get to see where the kids literally go down and confront Monet, and it is a cluster duck. They gave Diana the most lines, okay? Drew popped in every now and then with his grrr, grrr. But you know what I'm saying, she gave him a little slap across the nose, and he was like, ow, ew, 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 ew. Of course. Of course. I know when you look in the mirror, you see a lion, but we see a kitty cat, Drew. We all see a kitty cat. Okay, so listen. Diana pushed it to the limit. Diana said, you should have been the one dead. You a liar. You always been a liar. You know what I'm saying? Your mama a liar. Your dad is a liar. Y'all didn't care nothing about Zeke. Y'all don't care nothing about what happened to Zeke. I would have did it for any one of y'all. Let's say I did all of this. That means y'all don't care nothing about Zeke. Zeke. First of all, if you cared anything about Zeke, you just made sure he could read and write. If you cared anything about Zeke, huh? If you cared anything about Zeke. All right. Okay, Diana said you should have been the one to die, and she was like, "Oh, to rip you from limb to limb." And Drew jumps in between, and keeps Monet from scratching Diana's eyes out, or keep Diana from scratching Monet's eyes out. I personally think he should have let them fight. Let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what happens. They both 50, ain't they? Both the actresses 50? Okay, anyway, I digress. Just mean spirited. Listen. Kane just walks out of the scene. She was like, "Oh, y'all get the heck out of my house." Kane was already gone out of the scene, but child, by the time she said all this, listen, Tariq know where Lucas is. He don't really trust Braden to get it done. Now Braden found out from Kiki, but Tariq got somebody on the street to find Lucas. Now he didn't put nobody on the street. He didn't put 5 bands. That, did you all see the size of that stuff he gave that woman that had scoped out Lucas? Apparently Lucas in the life, child. Apparently, cause he's look, y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Cause the girls found him. Yeah, the girls found him. And so he can't put the bands out to find his mama though. He can't put the bands out. You running from pillar to post because Saxon told you he know where your mama is, and you'll never find out if something happens to him. And you running around the city like a chicken with your head cut off. But you get this woman 5 bands, and yeah, 35 minutes she finds out where Lucas is. Okay, but little do he know before he go upstairs that Braden is already there. Braden's upstairs and he pleading with Lucas. Listen, Lucas, listen. I need you to sign this paper that say all of this, none of this was Daddy's fault or Kiki's fault or Tariq's fault or RSJ's fault. Like, I need you to sign this paper and clear it all, and then you head on off to a country without extradition, and you can live your life. Uncle Luke said, "What if I get bored? What if I get bored?" You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't believe that Braden can do anything. He thinks Braden is the cake eater too. And so he tells him, he was like, "Why should I take responsibility when I can blame somebody else? So what? I took millions of dollars from people. Who cares? It's nothing compared to what you do as a drug dealer." You know what I'm saying? And he goes on, and he goes too far and ends up getting pushed over the side of the building by Braden. Braden pushes him over the side of the building. It was clumsy. I did like the way they let his body hit several things on his way down. I was like, oh, I wish we could have got that for Sax. I feel like Sax got off easy. I would have loved to see Sax hit 2 or 3 light posts on his way down to the ground. Tariq standing down there when Lucas' body hit the car. And he looking around, making sure all the cameras see his face. All sides of his face. Then walks off. Y'all Negroes gonna learn. I'm telling you, your daddy wouldn't have never been caught. Huh? Your daddy wouldn't have never been caught in daylight like that. Your daddy would have come double back on that joker. Huh? And scale that building with his bare hands. Okay? With a glass cutter on his back. Quietly cut that glass and snuck in there and mollywopped Lucas and slid out. No fingerprints, no nada. But I digress. Listen. We see where Kane done put on some glasses and a suit, and he going down there to see Effie. This is all a game. Now, I don't know if you remember it, but you done gave millions of dollars over to Braden, okay? And now that place has been raided, okay? And you worried about Effie. But Effie is protecting her heart. She has said, listen, the only person you can depend on right now is yourself and the lawyer of your choosing. Anybody else that come in here could be out to get you, could have their interest at heart and not yours. And so she puts the guard up, and Kane is still in that loving, canoodling, snuggly, ugly feeling he had when he was boning her. When he was cleaning her pipes. And Effie is like, you think because you ducked me? You think because you ducked me, I'm supposed to trust you? He say, listen, if Lauren talk, then you in trouble. She was like, duh. And he said, blame it on Tariq. She was like, you know what? I just get out. You in jail, child. Somebody there to help you get out, and you you put them out. You know you a piece of work when you put somebody out of jail and you in jail. Guard. It's hilarious. Effie handling her own. Kane feelings are hurt. Kane feelings are very, very hurt. See, she waiting on Tariq, because when Davis left, she was like, did Tariq? Even now, she kicking Kane out, and she is tough as nails, and she acting like she guarding her heart. At the same time, she's hoping that Tariq is going to come for her. She's hoping that she doesn't have to do what she got to do. It don't have to come to that. She's not opposed to blaming Tariq. Okay, but she want to make sure that's a last resort for her. She still got feelings for Tariq. I think she still got feelings. I think she got feelings for Kane too. Okay. Now Tariq been calling after Lauren, trying to get Lauren on the phone, but Lauren is ghosting him. Plus, on the top of that, she being watched like a hawk, so she really can't talk on her flip phone. Okay, we see where Tariq got his book bag and he getting out of his luxury vehicle, and 2-Bit walk up on him. 2-Bit got a letter from Sachs too. Yeah, Sachs got 2-Bit address too, handwritten. And 2-Bit tell him, listen, at what Sachs put in this letter, you trust me, you won't. Now you already owe me money. I want 100 bands on top of that in order to keep the secret in this letter out. And Tariq is like, what are you talking about? I mean, I don't have any money. I give you drugs, I can give you guns, but I ain't got no liquid cash. I ain't got it. I'm sorry. And 2-Bit was like, that's fine. I'm crackish, so also throw in the car. And Tariq was like, Ninja, what? He was like, trust me, you want what's in this letter. Tariq read the letter, and immediately, now he gives Tariq his deuce and a quarter. I think that was a deuce and a quarter. Y'all correct me and put it down below. But listen, it wasn't no Cutlass. Might have been an old school Cadillac or LTD. I don't know. But it wasn't no Cutlass. Okay. And so, I think everything is a deuce and a quarter. So, he reads the letter and immediately calls Tamika, right? Now, you don't call Tamika when Sachs leave you a voicemail and tell you he know where your mama is, and if something happened to him, you'll never find out where your mama is. You don't call Tamika then. But these many hours later, you call Tamika and tell Tamika that she got to put more security on your mama. And Tamika's like, well, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. He was like, no, you got to do it tonight. You got to do it like right now. Okay. And she was like, okay, no problem. 19-year-old person that I never wanted to ever help in the first place. No problem. He was like, thank you. And he hangs up and he goes over there the way his mama at. Voila, magic, right? He done found it out. Maybe the same person he used to find Uncle Douchebag, he used to find his mama. It's all plausible, right? It's all plausible. Listen, Tariq go down there and he's sitting on the passenger side of the deuce and a quarter, the LTD, and the doors open, and up run Yasmin. It's dark outside, but she just up and down the boulevard, just, skipping, hopscotch. She done put, colored on the side. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stupid. And she was like, Tariq, I'm so glad to see you. And he was like, I'm glad to see you too. And she was like, I miss you. He was like, I miss you too. And then he sees some shadowy figures and he was like, oh, all right. Now he been watching his mama come in from the grocery store. They got a guard on the porch, they got a guard outside waiting on them, and her mama standing outside, and you get in here and you gotta be here to protect your child. It's not safe for you to be out in the street. It's not safe for you to be standing on this front porch talking all loud either. Stupid. It's a stupid scene. Okay, and she's like, I just want to make sure Yas has everything she needs to be happy, so I went down to get her some little babbies. And they go on in the house. Now, I thought at Witsec they put you somewhere, child, and you got to work and start your own life. I didn't know they had armed guards standing outside your house and things of this nature. You get what I'm saying? Like you the president's daughter. Sure. So Tariq see the shadowy figures. He tells, yes, go and be with your grandma and hide for me and don't come out. And so we see where one guard is killed and the other guard is killed. And go in the house, and Tasha is like, oh, and it's Tommy. Tommy's there. Tommy got a letter too. Tommy got a letter too. And he's there to kill Tasha. And Tasha's like, stop it. Tariq busts in with a gun. Tommy got a gun and Tariq got a gun, and they and Tommy is like, you two, I oughta, and they're like, we're family, and Tommy is like, family schmamly, I'm gonna kill you all up. And Tariq is like, look, Uncle Tommy, I love you, but I'll pull a bullet in you for you. I let you kill my mama. And Tommy is like, oh, what you gonna do? And Tariq was like, you leave me no choice, I'm gonna have to. And and the lights go out and Tariq is knocked out. Bloop. When Tariq come to himself, child, he in the hospital. And Tamika's there, and she is like, 2 officers was killed. And but your mother, your grandmother, your big mama, and y'all are safe, okay? And she got old Benson and Hedges voice. And but your mother is missing. I'm so sorry. You have any idea who could have wanted to hurt your mother? Do you have any idea? Is this how you do investigation, Tamika? This what we doing? This how we investigate? This woman's so important. Y'all paying people round the clock to sit on this woman. And and Tariq is like, oh no, and she said, your mother's missing. I'm sorry, child. And Tariq is like, he don't know if his mama living or dead. And that's how the episode go off. And the episode is meant to keep us at a fevered pitch. It's meant to take us at 80, 90, 120 miles per hour towards this episode 10. Episode 10 is going to be, this was like high school magic. Episode 9, episode 10, it's going to be Vegas. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be Vegas magic. There's going to be lights. There's going to be explosions. They're going to have tigers. And it's going to be a magic show like none other. I want y'all to put it down below what y'all thought of this episode. I want y'all to, if y'all wouldn't mind, point out some of the things that I must have missed. I think I must be confused or something. I didn't see where Tariq learned where his mother was. I don't understand why we abandoned that whole storyline of him looking for the location of where his mama is when he had Tamika's number all along, and we had already talked about this. But okay, voila, magic. All right. Okay, y'all tell me what you think. What else? What other magical things happened in this episode? What other magical things took place in this episode? I'd love to hear about it. Please put it down below. And listen, until next time, honeybees, I'll holler.